Blap, hello stream, how y'all doing?
Hi, Dream.
How y'all doing?
Oh, I have been
Hydrate.
hydrated.
Hydrate.
Hangover to hydrate.
Wow, the stream delays are here.
Uh, so, we went over a recap off stream. Then we were still stuck in a fight, so we're gonna continue that fight where we left off. I added the 4 little like golem-y human-sized individuals to the combat initiative, so we're gonna start at the top there with IW3, which is the one that's in front. We'll move first. They have a movement of 25 feet, and then he's gonna move a little more. He blocked by the golem, but he's gonna try to get up there. It'll be Kalliana's turn.
Okay, I see Rigel is dying. So can I? I'll touch. Can I touch Rigel if I'm like right here?
Yes, you will be able to give Rigel a tap.
Okay, because then I'm gonna cure wounds him,
Heck yeah.
and then hopefully I'll go to everybody else too. Ding. 1. Oh my god.
Nice. I believe the Beacon of Hope is down, right? Yeah, the Beacon of Hope
Yes.
is down. So Rigel gets another 9 because you're a 9th level druid. Is that right?
Yes.
Who else needs heals?
Sid does.
It gets 9.
I think that's it.
Yep, that's it.
Is indeed it. All right. Yeah, the burst of heal goes out and gives Sid a little bit, and Rigel again with a sort of like, an extra pulse.
Nice.
Any bonus actions you would like to do, or would you like to just walk back and get out of range again?
Yeah, I'll walk back. 5. I think it's 5 feet. Is this outer range, right? Out of that circle?
Yeah, so the circle is Rigel's like storm thing.
Oh.
So you're
Okay,
fine.
well.
You're fine to be inside of that circle.
Oh, okay.
The creature has a reach from edge to 10 feet. Oh yeah, you're well out of his range. You weren't even in his range originally.
Oh, okay. Can I? Dang, I thought Control Z would work. Oh well. Okay. Well, I think I can't. Can I use a cantrip as a bonus action? I can't remember. No.
If you have a cantrip that is a bonus action, you can.
I don't believe I do. No. I don't. So that's it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the beacon dropped from concentration. Let me double check. Because we did some beacon stuff.
I'm fairly certain from getting hit.
Yeah, when you got hit by the torrent the second time, it was like, and you immediately dropped it. If I remember correctly. It activated once, and then you got smashed.
Hey, it was worthwhile at least, even for that one time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Golem's turn. I don't have my page up that has all of my attacks listed out. 3. Real Golem. That one. Oh, that one. And the Imperial Worker. That one. These are the ones that matter. This combat. Okay. Attacks, 1 beam. That's what it was. Fist. Hey, yo. Or it's slam. Minus T. It's gonna go after you, Rigel. Seeing as it keeps seeing you get back up, this is gonna smash you.
Dude.
But how about no?
It's gonna fucking smash you. Shablam! Shablam! Ooh. Shablamo? Nice.
Yay!
Let's fucking go, Rigel!
And then it's gonna beam in your direction. It's not wide enough that it can hit both y'all, so it's gonna hit Sid and Rigel.
No.
No!
And it misses both y'all's.
Yay!
It tried its hardest to annihilate, and luckily you're were able to block. Goodness gracious,
Bless
block it
you.
all.
Bless you.
Thank you, thank you. Aram, it is your turn.
I don't even know what my spells look. What do I got? Oh, I got a bunch. Okay. Um. I wanna just. I'm gonna smite his ass. I'm a thunderous smite.
Sure. You can cast that, and it'll give you a new skill or ability. So you just cast it with no target.
Whoop. Smite the booty.
Nice. So you have Thunderous Smite up now.
Instead of branding, which you had up previously.
Yeah, but that only goes off once, and she already used that. So technically, even though
Ah.
she has concentration, she can't use it again. Yeah, you got branding up now. Or sorry, Thunderous up now.
Thunderous. Oh, and then I wanna smack him.
Give it a go. I believe the first time you hit with this attack deals extra damage, and it's a bonus action for the smite, I believe, if I remember correctly. So I think you just make an attack normal, but I'm gonna double check just in case. Thunderous. Yep, it's a bonus action. Okay, you're good. See if you can land a hit.
Nice.
You land a hit, which means now what you do is you do attack Thunderous and also target IG1. As the Thunderous Smite will also impact.
Wham.
Nice! The thunderous explosion goes out, so the attack deals an additional. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must make a saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away. It succeeded on its saving throw, so it is not pushed.
Although technically, isn't this an automaton and not a creature?
It is still considered a creature.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the creature is not a type. Construct is a type. A creature is any entity that really fights. So, like, even a plant thing is considered, quote, a creature. More like just a target. It's weird. It says that specifically because you could theoretically hit a wall with it, and thunder damage does extra to like walls and whatnot. So if it said animate object or animate thing, maybe that would be a better description. It doesn't matter. Either way, slam. A smash has been done. Oh, are you gonna stay there, Aram?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Sid's turn. What's Sid gonna do?
Hey. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, he did already use that. I just didn't write that down. He will bite him.
All right, attack.
Break that rock.
G1. Oh, it was a crit. Let's go. Takes more damage. This thing's fallen to pieces, but it's still alive. Still alive.
Fucking
It's
rock.
critical. It's in critical shape. Is Sid just gonna stay there?
Yeah.
All right. ID1. That's a little drone. He's gonna use his little pin beam. I swear to God, if he's the one who kills, I'm gonna be pissed.
Hey. I mean, he does get advantage. Oh wait, Aaron got advantage.
Oh yeah, roll a d20, Aram. If you get a 20. Yeah, you didn't. Okay,
Oh.
good.
Not good.
Pew! As a little beam sort of goes over your shoulder, Rigel, as you see that the little drone has shot at the golem as well. And that's all the drone can do. He's not super useful. Hey, Maya, it's your turn. Maya's standing way back here.
I was like, where did Mai go? Oh, she's way back there. Dead.
Nice! As a firebolt flies quickly behind that beam, impacts the golem's face. The runic symbols that pulse across it seem to fry for a moment and then burn into the creature as it seems to fall to pieces.
Get right.
Oh yeah, it was standing in a bonfire.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough damage though. I was looking at the bonfire damage anyways. But yeah. The bolt explodes and the golem falls to pieces. Chunks of rock now cover that area. Not enough to be difficult terrain, but annoying terrain at least.
And at the same time, yomp. The eye moves into that room door.
Okay. And next up, it'll be, hey, Rigel, it'll be your turn.
Hello. There's a guy here.
It looks
I'm
like a little,
assuming-
like, drone dude. It's humanoid shaped. Hasn't made any actions to attack or anything. Yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I? Because I don't know what's going on with him. And last time I attacked a random thing, a golem appeared. Can I hold an attack, like if they attack me, to attack them back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then. With the lance.
Got it.
Wait, what am I
Which
lying
ones?
down?
All running at you. Get to an actual turn, please. Good lord. Okay, there we go. I did anything. Who will step forward and will make an attack.
You bitch!
Because you are prepared, as soon as you see it come over and it seems to wind back, you can make your attack first.
Oh, okay.
Held your action and are like,
Who is this? IW3?
3.
Yep.
think I did that right. I did.
Nice. It's gonna make an attack against you. Leaves a slam. Double check. Slam. Yep. As it attempts to swing at you.
Loser.
And then it'll be Kaliana's turn.
I'm gonna do something funny. I haven't used it yet, I don't think, or maybe I have. Hey, I figured out how to get back on the ground. Nice. I'm gonna cast Tidal Wave since everybody's in a line here.
Okay. Go spell title. Look at this here. Also, quack.
Whack.
Quack.
But
Up to 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall. Each creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed saving throw, they do the thing. So yeah, you can totally. So yeah, 10 feet wide is wide enough that you can hit the two
The
whole
lines of
corridor.
people. And then
yeah, we'll start at the right after Rigel, and then
how much does it
Yeah.
actually push them? On a failed save, bludgeon damage. Oh, it doesn't push them. It just knocks them prone and deals damage to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
so I have to cast it on all of them. So let's see, cast Tidal minus T. What is it?
IW.
1 through 4.
I-
IW.
Yeah, IW
1,
1
2,
through
3,
4. Yeah. Remember, you need to target each
IW1
individually, right? So
minus
IW,
IW2
and minus T, IW,
minus T,
and minus T,
IW3, IW4. Let me just make sure. IW1. Okay. Whee.
Bum, 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 bum. All right, IW3 and IW4
Nice.
fail, so they fall over.
Ah,
Why?
IW3 is in a critical state. IW4 is in a decent state. Oh, they all take magical bludgeoning damage. Interesting.
Magical bludgeoning.
Oh, and it gets rid of the fire. So my little bonfire is probably gone too.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that was
Poor
there for a second.
bonfire.
I imagine that when the giant golem fell apart, it just like covered the original bonfire just in dust and soot and like just smashed it to pieces. It was like,
yeah.
okay. Good lord. Damage across the board. Holy shit.
What's up? I'm contributing.
Are you staying there? Are you gonna be staying there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm helping. Yeah.
IG1 is fucking dead. I gotta turn my light on in my room. Aram, it's your turn. Bunch of little like human-shaped. They're a little shorter than an average human. They sit at about 5 feet tall max. So anywhere from like 4.5 to 5 feet tall. They're stout little guys, but they're robotic. I say robotic. They're made of that same gray stone. They're very much obviously a construct of some kind. They also don't have any weapons. They literally just tried to attack Rigel by like swinging its fist at Rigel.
They're monks.
They're all trained monks. I'm gonna flurry of flurry of blows against Rigel with the little work. I guess Aram is currently fixing up laundry. Because they're typing.
Cool.
Oh, voice
Oh,
mod
no.
died. Oh, big rip. Well, here. Well, yeah, you guys want to see my suit? I did more to the suit. The suit looks a little nicer now.
Did you keep that the see-through face?
Oh, I have this. If this is what you're talking about.
Ooh. Ha.
So that's a thing I can do now. But I got it so that it changes to the basic colors at least now, so that when I change colors, it do a thing.
Ooh, that looks really nice.
Right?
That orange. Oh, I like the hair. The effect on it. I just noticed that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to see in the white mode, but when I go to something crazy like flames, for example, so if I go to like
Yeah.
this one, which is not color set, as you can tell, you can see that there's like the orange pulses through it. But yeah.
So, Corthan, Arab tried to swing. I'm assuming that was a miss, and then they're wondering if they can do it again.
Do you have 2 attacks? Do we give you extra attack? I don't remember if you have extra attack. Oh, you just meta. Gotcha. An 11 against the worker then is what I need to look up. It's 14. But you have advantage against. Wait, which one did you try?
Oh, so just roll a d20.
Which one would you have tried to attack? IW2, the one that's not technically in the aura.
So close.
Okay, then you don't get advantage, which means no. It was just that, and unfortunately, you did not hit. Are you gonna stay up front and with the enemies? Go. Next. While I change my color back, reset. There we go. Nobody's redeemed that. Go away, flame colors. It's its turn.
Kid.
Inspire Rigel. Doesn't use the bardic inspiration.
That's just inspiring.
Like I didn't use the GM inspiration I have yet over the other Soren's one.
Yep.
It's this inspiration, man. Can't you feel it? No. You don't have a token to actually use your bardic inspirations. You just have to keep track of if you use them or not on your own little sheet, your character sheet, if you can. You might have some, but I don't think I have the tool. Cast Inspire.
But it is Sid's turn, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is it?
I'm just trying to see the health of the people. There it is.
Oh yeah.
2.
You can also do the command I list, and it'll open up the
Oh, I didn't know I did that. I just
As well as
I've been
it's-
going to the pins.
as well as it's in the pins. Pins. I'm gonna remove some of these old combat pins because those are dead combats.
Garut. Oh, that guy's critical. Okay, he's gonna attack the downed guy.
All right, he's gonna attack IW3.
No, bite him up. Slice him in half with your mouth.
I
chew 'em
attack
up.
by minus T IW3 advantage. Hey yo,
Yeah.
he's fucking dead.
And another
Frickin'
crit. Good job.
Sid with the crits.
Dead. As Sid just bites into like the center of this construct that has fallen down, and as he pulls up, you just see the chest disconnects from the rest of the body and just like tears away. Little bits and pieces of other metallic bits inside this entity just like roll out. You just see like nuts and bolts just fall out of it. As yeah, it's fucking
Delicious.
dead. Next up is your friendly little drone. Fly over here, and it's just going to do a basic shot against IW2. And it's now within your aura because you had Sid move. Shoots out a little beam.
Another crit.
It's its turn. It's my turn.
Was there nothing in that room?
The room that you're currently in looks like it's got a bunch of desks and chairs, and it looks kind of like what the teaching rooms looked like that you saw before. If I had like a whiteboard and stuff, I'd put it on the back. Here, let me give you an example like this. So, slap a whiteboard on that side wall, and there's a bunch of tables. This is the wrong for tables. Shunk, shunk, shunk. Shunk, shunk. There we go. Basically, it looks like that. And there's a back door over on the other side. And then you cast Firebolt. Yeah, you get advantage. Okay, not a blah, 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 blah thingamabobber. Advantage underscore hopper dot give. Okay, yeah, you dealt some extra fire damage to other little worker that's there. And then Rigel, it's your turn.
I'm gonna slap him.
Give it a go.
Number dose.
Stab him. Stab him with the lance.
Get poked. Get dead.
As he gets fucking fried. Once again, noticing that it seems to take the like standard damage from electricity. So lightning does just default damage, but just about everything else seems to do half damage. Oh, and thanks to Kaliana, you know that bludgeoning damage also seems to do regular damage, but slashing and piercing seem to have problems. Slashing, piercing, fire, cold.
I think that's all we. Oh, radiant.
Yeah, radiant, and then as you can probably assume, necrotic, all seem to do less damage. They seem to do half damage. However, lightning seems to do full damage, and bludgeoning seems to do full damage from what you've tested so far. Plus, just natural intuition that Mai probably has and is like, maybe do this.
Yeah, I'll use my bonus to make Sid move.
Sure. Easy enough. He just sort of like goes right over the top of the other creature that's currently on the ground. Nope. That one's dead. That one's gonna stand up.
Right.
Around and is gonna attempt to punch you, Rigel. I believe it's a slam. Yes. I want to do that so that I remember that you're in that aura, and he fucks up. He doesn't hit you. And then this one's gonna also attempt to attack you. And also doesn't hit you. They only have +5s, so they're actually pretty fucking weak. And you can tell that you've fought them and you've been close to them this entire time. They look like utility drones. Like
We're fighting the janitors.
they look like they're workers. They look like they're meant to have like dexterous hands and be able to move around where humans move around, and they're just a little bit shorter than an average human. But they very much look like they're supposed to be like assistants or like helpers or that kind of thing. They don't look like they're supposed to fight, unlike that large four-armed golem that came out previously. But yes, I'd like to stand up the dead drone.
Raise the dead.
Hey, Kayana, it's your turn.
Me.
It's you.
Wah! Oh, okay, there's a guy. I'll hit him. Hit me. Which one is that? That's 4. Okay.
Yeah,
Cast.
4.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Find it.
All right.
Firebolt. Firebolt. Watch out.
Hmm.
And then I'm gonna healing word as a bonus action on Rigel. I don't know if I'd be a little closer for that. I'll just get a little closer just in case. Oh, at advantage? Oh yeah. I should probably
Yeah,
should've
just
done
roll another 20.
D20. Okay. Well.
Nice.
And then cast healing minus T Rigel. 1. 8. And then
9.
another 9.
Blam. As well as Sid also gets a 9. Shablam.
Hey. Nice. And that's it.
Fantastic. And then it's Aram's turn. Is your voice mod back yet?
Yeah, it should be.
Yep,
Hey,
it is.
yo,
Okay. Uh,
we've got it.
There you go.
Aram.
oh, then I'm just gonna smack him.
Yeah, you have advantage because he's within the sort of swirling sphere of bluish lightning. It's almost like an electrical current mixed with like a heat field. So it's very obvious that it's there, but it doesn't look deadly by itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
However, as you swing a weapon through it, it fucking lights up and goes and guides you. Heck yeah.
Great.
The attack is guided
that guy.
straight through, and you just cleave through the stone bits of this, and it just falls to pieces.
I'm going to. Uh.
Hmm.
I gotta click on these to make sure that they're not actions. Please hold. Bonus action? That was an action. What is this one? A creature of your choice you can see within range. Okay, so I can only like cast at you. I can't do the good one. I'm gonna healing word Rigel. If I can. Rigel? No, Rigel. Ba 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 ba.
His name is Riddell. No.
It was only 4 points, but it's something.
It's certainly a heal. Sid's turn.
Ooh. You can slash him, claw attack him, smack him real hard.
Advantage. Shablam. It's
No
a
crit
hidden.
this time, Sid. What the f?
You did get 20 though.
You hear the drone fly forward, and you hear Archmage Vandal's voice come out of it. Go, too many workers are being lost. How are we gonna repair any of these? As he shoots another bolt at the worker. Impact does a decent chunk of damage. Oh yeah, and whatever these beams are made out of, force seems to do full damage as well. Yeah, bloodied. Bloodied for these creatures just means, like a piece of its arm is like beginning to slide out of its socket, that kind of thing. Nice.
What the fuck?
Double 20, let's go.
Dang, 20 or 20.
We're
And
able
now
to
also
destroy
moves into this
the
room.
last. There's a bunch of like research equipment in here, and there are monitors that seem to have really bad like they're attempting to be illusory like screens basically. Think like a modern day, flat screen TV, except one, it's an illusion, and two, the magic must be really old or running out because you can vaguely see what looks like images of the room you guys came out of. Like this is like the monitoring room, both for the room that you guys came out of, as well as it has monitors for the interior room for the drones, monitors for the classroom. There's like 7 or 8 other rooms that are like shown on here, but the picture quality is so horrendous that it's like an old school photo that's already been falling apart.
Okay. I mean, I'd still like to see if I could find one that maybe shows Primordius.
Sure. Then you will
But it'll be next turn.
yeah, probably take your turn doing that next. However, I have a question. Being as most of the threats are currently gone that are immediate threats, are you guys going to attack the drone? That has the symbol of Vandal on it.
The one dude behind us?
Yes.
Not immediately.
Okay. Then action can go without initiative for the time being. What would you guys like to do? Combat seems to have ended. Vandal's little drone is just like floating there and seems to be looking down at the workers, and you just hear him mumbling to himself. I know that Mai wants to look on the screens to try to find if there's any Primordius things. What would you guys like to do? What would the rest of you like to do? While Mai is searching with the other little eyeball to figure out
I want to talk to the dude, the eyeball. Be like, hey, so does this mean we pass?
he's looking down at the little worker and then spins around to sort of look in your direction. The eye glows a little bit. It's a symbol that you don't know, but for some reason you just somehow can read that it's the name Vandal is the like symbol that's on the front of this drone, and he goes, yes, you did. That this was all a test. This was exactly how this was supposed to go. You have passed. You are all amazing. Congratulations. Yeah, I would greatly appreciate all of your helps. Yes. Yes. 100%.
Okay, good. So does that mean we can leave, or
Well,
is there something else?
we totally can. What do you The morality test. Questions. What are your plans to do with the complex?
What?
The building. The thing where. Oh, right. You guys have been in illusion the entire time. This. And he goes over to a wall, and as he does, the beam lights up from his like central drone, and it carves out a map for you. You see. I'm gonna put it on stream, and I'll post it in Discord. Map.
The map.
So, he
Oh,
seems to carve out a sort of like a wheel, and then separates it into different pie shapes, and then draws doorways. And he goes, okay, so the doors that I put slashes through, which will be red on this one, as far as we know, the system or the complex has said aren't available. Either that means they've had a cave-in, or they've been destroyed, or they're just permanently locked, or some otherwise thing has occurred. However, the blue doors are operational. What we can tell. The center of the complex is the giant rising pillar that you guys are trying to stop. Probably? It is the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Each sector of the complex is represented by a different archmage, and as such, have differing things in them. As well as are probably where they currently are. So if you want to wake them up, the best way to do so would be to go to each individual one and figure out how to wake them up.
why would we want to wake them up?
Because they're the brightest minds of the Imperium, of course. Minus me, of course,
Uh-huh.
who's already awake, as you can tell. The little eye, like, nods to itself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your plans? Going to help me? Do I have to help you? You have not seen any images. It seems like all of the images are, based on what you've heard from this eye, all of the images are only the entrance sector. They're only this little tiny piece here. This little piece down here. The little entrance piece. You do see the two doorways, however, as there are cameras pointed at those, or there are scrying orbs, as they were, pointed at those. And one door, sure enough, is open, and it does look like probably fairly close to you guys. And one, you assume there used to be a door there, is indeed a cave-in. It is collapsed, the walls have gone into themselves, and there are just rocks and stone everywhere. You can imagine those are the two doorways marked on the map that he just created for you guys to see. However, all of those displays are only for this tiny little section. And you don't see Primordius. So, it's not a super large complex, but it is a lot. So, you know, basic maps and maybe some of my assistance will be great. What'd you guys like to do?
I mean, we only came here to stop the throne from rising because it's ruining the city up above. I'm saying this. I'm trying to say this quietly, just to like Rigel and Cal and like try to keep it out of earshot from the other guy.
Yeah, I don't really want to help him with stuff.
I mean, I thought we actually came here just to prevent the power drain on the relics after figuring out what it was.
I mean, that too, but like, I don't want to wake up the other people, you know? I feel like that'd be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, what do we tell him?
I don't know.
I mean, he did give us a map. What if we break him and try to escape
What if we take it and move it somewhere else?
somewhere else?
I don't know. I don't want to help him. He like basically kidnapped us. So like whatever he wants us to do, no, and then also complete our other mission. So I'm gonna do whatever you guys want to do, just as long as it's not helping him.
No, I don't want to help him.
Eh.
I would like to get the other stuff fixed, but I don't really know how to do that.
Well, one thing to note, there is a red dragon on the way. So
He's actually on the way.
it'll take him a while, but yes,
How long's a while?
depends on how long the city takes to let him through.
So maybe we stall?
Sure. Okay. We have him show us around and do stuff, but then not actually do anything until Friendo gets here.
Is that what you
Sure.
want to do?
Sure.
All right. You tell him this. What do you say to the drone? What part of this
Well,
conversation
okay.
do you allow him to hear? It's basically
It's
what
like,
I'm saying.
okay, Mr. Dome Person. So you
Yes.
asked what our plan was for
Mhm.
the tower here, the
Mhm.
building. We don't know anything about the tower, so we don't have any plans. You know, we were sent here to investigate. We investigated, and that's it.
Oh. Interesting. You're not here to save your friend, the dragon?
What?
I'm pretty sure that's
Oh,
what I
him.
read on your minds when
That
I had you
dragon.
hooked up.
I've never met him.
And he sort of like looks between you all and then stops at looking at Mai and goes, "Oh, she has."
sure she has, but we didn't even know that he was here until recently. Until
Mhm.
after you kidnapped us.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a deception check for me, please.
Well, that's not a deception, that's true.
No, you guys were told to go here because Primordius must have come here and turned something on. So all of
Oh,
you
that's
would know
right.
that. Yeah, so all of you would know that
Yeah.
Primordius is here. We can roll that back if you'd like to say something else instead.
Yeah. I'll just retract it altogether.
Okay.
I mean, he's still not my friend.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know the guy.
That part, 100%
I don't know
is
this
true.
guy.
No
Have I
persuasion
met
needed.
him? No.
Yeah, if you're just like, well, it's not my friend, he'd be like, that. Really?
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never met the guy. I've heard of him. I don't know what he looks like. Do I know what he looks like? I don't think so.
Mm.
Mm.
Looks over at Maya and goes, well, suppose I'm talking with you mostly then. From what I know, the dragon individual was captured and is in one of the regions of the complex, or possibly the throne portion, which is the center, which is the thing that needs to be turned off, according to all of you, maybe, possibly. But, like, we could also just power surge a couple more times and then just start the systems back up.
But it's causing mass chaos and havoc in the world outside.
If the drone could blink, like, uncaringly or quizzically, it would at you, as it just sort of, like, seems to stare at you for a moment and goes, yes?
Well, wouldn't you want a kingdom to rule over if you're trying to bring back the Empire?
That's what the Archmages are for. They'll clear up anything that's happening outside once they're all wake up, obviously. Just wake them all up. The world could be an infinite wasteland with nobody in it, and it would be fine. We just wake up the Archmages. And preferably the Emperor as well, though that seems to be draining all the power from the entire complex right now, and is complicating things for me. Like the security systems that very much turned on you guys just because you're not from around here. Which I did not mean to happen.
Yeah, so maybe, like, don't raise the Emperor then.
I don't
Like-
get to choose that.
What? I thought you were in charge here.
Oh gods, no. Me in charge? I don't even have a sector. And if you look back at the symbols that he wrote on the thing, you notice that Vandal's name is not on any of the sectors of the Archmages. There's only 11 sectors, but there was 12 Archmages, not including Primordius, who would make a 13th at the time, but there's only 11 sectors. They didn't even trust me with a sector of my own.
Wow. And you want to wake them up?
Of course! They were still very smart individuals who could definitely make things work out at the end. They were the ones who
How do you know
decided
that?
What?
How do you know that? Why do you believe that?
Because they were all amazing.
Or why?
Well, they're the Archmages for a reason. Each one is amazing in their
Yeah,
own
but-
right.
Your explanation for them being amazing is because they're archmages, but why?
Do you want me to tell you the
Why
history of
beyond
every
that?
single one of them? Is that what you're asking me? And it like moved closer to you.
No,
Actually,
I
that
just
might be good
want you to give
information
me.
to have.
Okay,
She's like, yeah,
sure.
actually, sure. Let's see. I mean, we gotta know what we're doing here. Like, who are we helping? Like, who are these guys? They're just gonna come back and we're gonna be like, the fuck? They're gonna be like offended, and they'll probably get mad at you because it's like, we should know. I mean, you got all these classroom-looking things. You got, I'm assuming, Like it's a research facility, right? You gotta have like a boardroom somewhere, or like an office, or like a display room, something. And then like
Yeah,
give us a presentation. We gotta know what we're doing.
sure. Easy enough. The
Uh,
complex was built in individual sections for each archmage, designed around the symbols representing their names. They're both a schooling location in the event of them waking up and the world above being a wasteland, and having all of their individual researches and abilities ready at a moment's notice, assuming that sector is turned on. Currently, only the entrance and the throne seem to be properly turned on, though, so none of the archmages are going, and also the emperor's not actually awake, just the throne is moving, which is weird. But each one represents a different one of the archmages. So if we follow their names, and he'll go over he'll just start viewing the titles and like the research like types of each of the archmages, which is available on the OneNote, if anybody's wondering. The archmages as listed, and sort of what you can expect in that region is listed as well. So, for example, Alexander, which is the one with the biggest sector, is of the first tower. He's the runic master, the state's keeper, and the host of the true name, described as sort of the first rune where most of the power comes from, if that makes sense. All of the old magic was done runic based, so their names actually have like magic connected to them. Alexander's and the Emperor's himself were all like the base of this type of magic. Trandil was the sort of arcane style mage, very much a wizard of wizards. He had the ability to do illusions, craft reality itself, fundamentally change things using wizard powers, right? He's the wizard who first learned the wish spell, right? Narala was the sort of assassin of the emperor. Her and her entire group took care of problems throughout the empire, making sure that problems didn't get past their infancy. Which apparently didn't work so much for the coup, but they had already pre-planned some of the stuff, and it seems like maybe the coup was a plan to begin with so that they could all go underground and just continue their research, and disappear for a while. Trishka is the history keeper, librarian. He literally tells you Trishka's entire sector is just a massive library, and it is like a huge repository for information. That's basically the entire sector there. It's one of the sectors that most of the archmages would go to pretty often, regardless of what allegiance they held.
yeah. Yeah, go touch all of them.
Yeah. Ikunder was the investigator, the Inquisition. The Immortal Empire, the Immortal Emperor was effectively a god, and as such had a religion devoted to him within the empire. Ikunder was the leader of judgments and the Inquisition, and was one of the first true truth seers, someone who could not only see the truth, similar to how Mai does it, but could force the truth just by being in the room. People wanted to spill information, wanted to give the truth. If they wanted to lie, they would immediately say the truth instead. Kithraz had teleportation. He was the guy who managed the movement throughout the area, and it's possible that he has portals, teleporters, all sorts of realm-passing magics in his quarters, in his sector, because that was his job. His job was to make sure stuff gets where it needs to go throughout the Empire. Vandal doesn't have a sector, and is the one talking to you, and apparently he was a pain in Kithraz's ass because he constantly asked for everything, because he would build stuff, and he built a lot of stuff, and he was a master at building stuff. But he was a little bit crazy. So unfortunately, he basically, just wanted everything. And is the one currently telling you about this history and stories. Solomon was the first summoner, the first grand summoner of archmages.
I thought you said another name.
And very much like every time he goes through these, he's like, oh yeah, and the 9th level spell blank was like first properly designed by this character, right? So like for the summoner, it's like, oh yeah, and the greater summon that allows you to summon like an actual celestial being or like an actual like high ranking devil. Yeah, that was made by Solomon. Yeah, not Saruman. Lishalda was their sort of contract keeper, and when described, sounds very Fey-like in nature, in that when deals are made, regardless of how you say that deal, it will become a contract. Like, she's the Fey of Fays, right? Like the ultimate the arch Fey archmage, as it were. Lyritin was the one who was able to sort of imbue energy into a lot of different things, and was an enchanter of sorts, and was the elemental mage. Yolahan was the first celestial-based archmage, who was more like an arch cleric than an archmage, but due to how they researched things, was the first to sort of use the divinity granted by their god, the Emperor, to do the things that other gods would do, like a cleric or a paladin would do, and were able to sort of imbue that into other members within the Empire, and so their entire sector was like the church, but like the healing nice part of the church, not the inquisition-y part of the church. And then finally, Malder Vane was the true student and the first teacher. It was the person who took their time to research the basics of the magic and then actually teach it to other people. All of these other people took like apprentices or acolytes. Maldir ran the schools. Maldir was like the not just like the dean, because he actually
Dumbledore.
also yeah
Headmaster.
Dumbledore, if Dumbledore also went around legitimately teaching all of the teachers how to continue teaching, like anything new that came up, he would be like, okay, here's the new curriculum, here's how this goes, here's what this is. So like he learns from everybody above him and then gives it to the Empire. So he was the first teacher, as it were. And he was always worried about bettering not just one's self, but everyone around you. And then finally, the also doesn't have a sector because he was locked away literally like 600 years before they started building this complex, is Primordus, the Dragon of Primordite and the Sealed Immortal. All of these are available, as well as, I'll just do this real quick, that you guys have that as a cheat sheet. So, the two regions closest to you, the one that has an open door to it is Akundir's, which is the Inquisition. The ruined area, should you wish to try to get past that rubbled area, goes to Kithraz's, which is the dude who does teleportation and moving and all that stuff. Each of these blue lines on the map represents a place that can very easily be traversed from each sector. Each sector is fairly large, but with a guide or enough time, you could pretty easily figure out where these doors are. They seem to all be all lined on purpose to form perfect circles of two sets. It seems like each sector was then designed to be very specifically include the symbol representing their names within the design of their sector. So with Mai's help, knowing what all these symbols look like, you can pretty much know exactly what each hallway would be. So it shouldn't be too hard to navigate without a guide. It's just gonna take a bit of figuring out where exactly you want to go, which sectors you want to explore, and or if you want to get to the center, there's a lot of ruined possibilities, and there's only two very easy access, of which they are actually locked off, you notice.
Yep.
Which means you'll have to try to get through one of those red doors. Or find another way around. It's always possible that you could go here, find this red door, and it's like, oh, it was just a cave-in? Alright, I'm gonna draw a fucking door on it using my paint, says Rigel. And then you just have a door to it.
Hey.
But it's also possible that you go there, and it's been, like, it's a massive cave-in, and there's, like, a guardian, or, you know. You're not 100% sure without a guide's assistance. But he spills this all out for you. And you can tell that Vandal greatly enjoys talking about the other Archmages.
Erin is trying her best to stay awake.
My sucking in
Cal
all the
as well.
Mhm. So yeah, those are all the sectors, and all the mages who have sectors. Brian Mortis doesn't have one, and neither do I.
Wait. So then where is he? If he's here, what happened with him? If he doesn't have a sector, what's he doing? Where is he?
Oh, I have no idea. He must have flipped a switch somewhere, though.
Huh.
I haven't seen him, but I also don't have access to every corner of every sector, so...
What
He's taking a nap.
is EP?
Yeah, I'm just a floating drone. I can't move entire cave-ins, and there are sectors that are cut off. Like, if you go to Trishka's area, a part of the library is completely collapsed, and it's hard to get from the northern end to the southern end of Trishka's sector.
Wait. Okay, question. Is this not the guy that we met previously? Who, like, pulled us into a room and then banished us to the box?
He sounds exactly like him, yes. It is the same exact voice as the guy. I mean, he looks like a drone now and not his body that you saw before, but yeah.
Okay.
Of course, if you want, you can always leave through the doorway that you guys came through. I can reopen that. That one's easy enough now that you guys have activated it from outside.
Can we explore?
Yeah, of course. I'd like to come with you if you're exploring, but don't want me
But
near
that
you.
you said
That's fine.
you can't access the whole place. What do you mean
Well,
by that? Like
like certain
physically or like?
Yeah, physically. Like certain areas have
Oh, okay.
cave-ins, certain areas have entire sectors that are just locked internally, like hidden rooms and other mechanics that a little tiny drone body like this can't get anywhere in, you know?
Mhm.
I don't have a physical form anymore after all.
What?
Yeah. I'm built into these systems now. It was my way to sneak into their little complex. Of course, that meant I have to separate myself from my body, which is in one of my vaults somewhere.
He so loved himself.
You have a vault?
Yeah, we all do. There's plenty of Imperial Vault. They're probably turning on now that I think about it. These sectors are probably connected some way to the different vaults. We all liked hiding our little secrets elsewhere, our little studies. This complex didn't start getting built until 400, 200 years-ish, somewhere in between there, before the coup occurred and we all went underground. When he says like 200 or 300 years before the coup was like hundreds of years ago, so it's like, you know, nearly 1,000 years ago when we started building this complex. And then we went to go hide from the universe, from the world. Yeah, there's a lot of old vaults. Each
Wow,
Archmage will
I'm
know of their
thinking-
own.
That's true.
I know of a couple
Um,
Imperial vaults.
Where are they?
One, and he sort of turns towards a wall and seems to like pause for a second. Goes, I don't know in correspondence to the current political backings of your world, as I haven't been out there yet, but I know that one vault was had an item taken out of it a few hundred years ago.
I was not
Ugh.
around a few hundred years ago.
It would have been a powered device, sort of like a bracelet that creates electrical whips out of it.
Sorry.
That sounds neat.
It was a cool weapon. We used it to power the vault, but apparently it was taken out and the vault was powered down. I know of that one because the light turned on in whose vault was that? Hang on. The light turned on in Lyritin's area. All of their vaults are marked, and they've got these cool little lights in their sector.
Oh man. I want to raid the vaults, but I don't say that out loud. Do you wanna look in the library, Mai?
I am interested.
Feel like we could find some interesting stuff in there. If we can read it.
It's up to you all. From what I know, there's only one open, easy-to-use door into Triska's territory. The library. And it's on the opposite side of where we are now, unfortunately. We'd have to get past multiple barriers. Or, if we go around to Kithras's area, he might have a way to get around.
Oh, it's the travel dude.
Yeah, he was our transportation archmage.
Oh, that makes sense.
That one's really close to here. You just have to either go through Akunder's area or get through the cave-in.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so you guys are at the entrance, which is at the bottom left
Yes.
of the map. The blue door to Akundir is just open, and then the blue door north of that from Akundir over to Kithraz is also just open. Like, you can just go there. You have to go through the Akundir area, which might mean that you run into some things, but you could get to Kithraz from there. Or that red area is a cave-in that Mai has seen on the camera is just a basic cave-in.
Hey, maybe we should go there because we have trouble with traveling.
That what you guys want to do? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Team.
I'm good with whatever.
Uh,
I'm here for the ride.
there's no souls here, so I don't really care where we go.
You could do that too, Ridley. You do have a ring of wish. Have one wish available to you.
But who, if anybody's going to take that wish?
Do it.
We could get stuff and then try to break it.
Good.
Like that person who's got all of their places marked. Well, maybe marked.
Yeah, Lyriton has, from what he has said, little lights pinned like in a wall that seem to represent his vaults. And one of the lights had turned on, like had changed colors, and then turned off completely. Like somebody went there, grabbed stuff out of the vault, and then turned off the vault. Like the vault is just dead now, if that makes sense. But the other lights are still on and not accessed. Basically, red is they were locked, green is it's open, and then turned off means that the vault is gone.
Dead.
Of which only one vault has been turned on and then killed.
Correct.
May or may not have been stolen by somebody that Ragma knows.
Stolen. I don't know about stolen.
At what point does it go from stealing to archaeology?
Yeah. I'd imagine it's only archaeology if the people who owned it originally aren't dead yet.
For all intents and purposes, they have been.
They're basically gone.
Lyriton wakes up and goes, "Where's my fucking electrical source?"
Where'd my battery go? Who stole my batteries?
So yeah. Up to you guys. You have a wish, a possible guide with the drone who's apparently gone to all sorts of places in here, but not every place due to issues of being just a single little drone body. You also know that the defenses here very much see you guys as enemies currently. So it's possible that any region you go into might also see you as an enemy. And depending on the mage, that might mean different things.
Oh, hey, eyeball.
Yes.
Good point. Your little security guys.
Mm-hmm.
The heck? Like, what's going on with them?
Oh, you don't count as either an acolyte of any of the mages, nor as an imperial citizen, so as far as the complex is concerned, you're all invaders.
Rude.
Could you not?
I could set you as citizens if I learn the device that you guys were hooked up to and I hook you back up to it.
Wait, weren't you the one who hooked us up to the device, though?
Oh, God, no. You were all passed out outside, and then the workers came and grabbed you and brought you into here and plugged you in, and it asked for an administrator and kept fucking echoing through the halls, so I showed up and tried to use the system. I don't know how to use the system.
What? So they just saw random people and just decided to plug them in.
Oh yeah, the outside system activated as soon as you tried to open the door.
Okay.
Wait, so you're telling me that we didn't even make it into the facility before passing the fuck out?
Oh right, I should tell you what was an illusion. Yeah, everything past you guys having the door open in front of you was all just fake. Probably felt like a really long stairwell down to a schoolroom and then like a domed like city. Yeah, no, none of that was real.
Wow.
It's a really cool magic. Separates you immediately upon seeing it.
I hate this place.
Listen, you have to take that up with the family who made that magic up.
Who's that?
They're called the Swains.
I gotta have words with these guys.
Cool magic.
That's rude.
It,
Fuck
immedi-
those guys, all of them.
it immediately puts you to sleep and or separates your body from your soul, or your cognition in this case. They apparently did soul magic stuff, but in this case it was set to cognition. And then we can capture it in our device, and then we bring your bodies down and just plug you back in to make sure that it's a solid connection, and then we're good to go.
That bitch, she haunts me.
Yeah, the Swain family were into some weird stuff. I wonder what happened to them.
Well, let me tell you. There's this person named Pishka and this person named Chet, and they met this other lady named Kara Rose, and then Pishka died, and then
Too bad that's in a future that hasn't happened yet.
ah,
So yeah. I can try to assist guiding you all, but if you go into regions that I haven't seen yet, I can't super help you. I'll try.
Okay. Let's go to that guy's place. I already forgot his name. I just know that he's the master of travel.
Kithraz.
Yeah,
That one.
Kithraz. Sure, that's easy enough. We want to go through the Akundar region, or are you guys going to try to get rid of the cave-in? I know you're the adventuring type, and as a drone, I wasn't able to clear up the cave-in personally, nor do the workers apparently want to clear it up.
Wow.
Right?
fucking lazy.
Is that not their
That's
job?
what I'm saying. Apparently not. Apparently their job is the maintenance of the primary induction, the facility to bring in people in the event of a turn on of the complex, and that's it.
They're the kidnapping squad?
Seems like it. As far as I can tell, they did repair a door I ran into once, but it was like inside the entrance region. Apparently the connecting points they don't care about. And whatever, and on Kithraz's side, he doesn't have workers on his. He only uses drones in his sector. So they couldn't repair anything.
This place sucks.
Right.
Well, to be fair, it's been turned off for most of the time, and all of the people who are supposed to do the administration have all been asleep or otherwise indisposed.
Yeah, maybe you should just turn it back off. Like, just give up. It sounds like a lost cause.
Well, don't be crazy now. We're all very smart people.
Rigel's the crazy one. Sorry.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, obviously. Who would want to lose all of this wealth of information? This wealth of power?
I'll take care of it for you. Well, yeah.
Alrighty. Want me to lead the way?
Sure.
Alright. Are you all going to follow the Vandal drone, as I'll start calling it, probably?
Yeah.
You all follow the Vandal drone? Okay. Then, if you're going to the cave-in, because you said you'll help fix it for him, he takes you through a few hallways. You're able to quickly understand that the design of the entrance seems to be, like, built with hallways and rooms in a specific, like, defensive formation, right? Like, it's to make sure that people get lost if they don't know where they're going. But the drone is just like, oh yeah, you go through here, and then over through here, and then around here, and then there you go. And is able to very easily get you guys straight to the cave-in. And yeah, it's a cave-in. It looks like whatever was built above this sector has crashed into this. So what was once the sort of concrete and gray light ceiling has a bunch of like bricks of reds and yellows that have collapsed in with rocks from above, as if whatever building whatever facilities or whatever were above it have been crushed over time by the weight of, I don't know, 3 other cities being built on top of this for no fucking reason, because everything kept sinking. So yeah, you just see a bunch of rubble. However, doesn't look like it's too thick. Looks like it'll take a while if you want to clear it by hand, obviously. But you guys have magic. You guys have skills. The doorway itself and wall, you could probably walk to a side wall and be able to get to the wall behind it, which would theoretically be the sector that has Kithrazes in it, rather than going necessarily through where the doorway arch was, but it's up to you. How do you want to clear a cave-in? As Mai goes to the bathroom, well, how's about this? You guys decide that while I run some ads and also go to the bathroom.
So I take my pickaxe.
Yeah.
Lucky for you, I got 99 in mining.
Oh, nice.
I take my Fortune 3 pickaxe and I try for some diamonds.
Yeah. Wait, are ads running?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm almost done folding the whole laundry.
Oh, nice.
You get the stuff downstairs in the dryer.
Oh no.
Aww.
And there's still a little basket on the bed. So, but I did everything in the closet.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Thanks.
How long have they been in the closet?
Quack.
A while.
Quack.
A while.
No one knows.
I'm very bad at folding laundry.
Same.
Folding
But I
laundry.
recently got like a t-shirt folder thing that's kind of like
Ooh.
giving me a little bit of serotonin while I do it, so
Oh.
it's been helping.
Oh, that's a good idea. Make
I
it
like the
fun.
sound they make.
Oh yeah.
Whack, whack, whack.
Yeah.
They just got to make like a, like a digital one that has like it keeps track of like your folding level, like it gives you experience anytime you.
There is a habit app. There's a habit tracker app that
You
makes
little
you have to
bird.
make a well, I don't know what it's called, but I did it for a little bit. But you make a little character and you level up and you like go on little adventures and stuff. And then the only way you level up is by doing actual chores. And I was like, that's fun, but I could never keep up with it. So.
I had a walking app that was very similar to that. It's like
Oh
if
yeah.
you walked so many, it's like you explore planets
Ooh.
and like you send your little walker guy. Walker was like the name of the dog, and you would like send him to the next planet, and you had to like walk so much to discover the next planet, and then you could like make materials with the stuff on the planet. It's cool.
That's cute.
Everybody back, or is I think Raylan's back. Everybody still here?
Yeah.
So yeah, you've made it to the cave-in. What would you like to do?
I take my no, I'm kidding. Not taking my pickaxe. I don't have a pickaxe.
It's about to break. I gotta save it.
Yeah.
Um,
So I
How-
take a firebolt. No.
so I start blasting.
Yeah.
How big is it? Like,
The cave-in bit, pretty like it's pretty caved in. Definitely like sealed off with a bunch of bricks and stones that have fallen from above. What you trying to do with it? What you asking for, basically?
I was just wondering how long it would take to do it by hand.
Oh, probably a little, probably quite a time.
Me.
based on how big some of those stones are, you would need some pretty strong people too to do a bunch of it, or a lot of magic.
Also, while we're moving around and stuff and doing all this, my into places is constantly moving around, searching, probably in the opposite direction of the way we're going.
Yeah, so if you try to go the opposite direction of where you guys are going, so like you're trying to move it towards like the Akundar area.
Yeah.
As soon as it hits that doorway, you can't seem to move the eye past it. And if you move to like a wall and you're like, well, fuck it, I'll go through a wall rather than the doorway, it blocks you as well. There seems to be some sort of anti-scry magic in the Enkundar's region, or something that's just magically stopping the eye from moving into that area. You can bring the eye back to you.
Yeah, and also see if I can move it then through to the Kithraz while we're trying to solve this.
Oh yeah, you can move it straight through the rubble. You get straight through the rubble all the way into Kithraz's area, and you're able to turn it around and see that, oh yeah, it's just a bunch of rubble has fallen in. It doesn't look as bad on Kithraz's side, though, as it does on the entrance side. It looks like it caved in towards the entrance. You can actually still see the doorway's arch on the Kithraz side. They're able to tell everybody, hey, it's actually not that bad. We can probably get most of this out if we're doing it physically ourselves and like breaking it down in like a few hours, but that's still a few hours of work. But it's up to you guys. And you can move the eye freely in the Kithraz area, if you would like.
Yes.
What's everybody else doing while the eye begins to move around?
So I take my pickaxe. I don't know. I'll just watch the eye, I guess.
Eye is on the other side of the cave-in
Oh, I'm a dumbass.
and is invisible to most people.
Folding laundry at the same time is helping me.
Gotcha.
Come back to me. I pass.
Yeah, sure. Rigel and Aram, what are your plans with the cave-in here?
Yeah, so
That cut out. I think you said, guess I'll help?
yeah, I'll help
Okay.
with the lifting of the stuff.
You're just gonna manually try to lift out the stones.
Yep.
Rigel, same thing?
Yeah, I don't really have anything to break a bunch of stones.
Alright. No
I'll use
worries.
my magic, my druidy stuff to help.
Yeah. With the assistance of your telekinesis, your psychic magic to move rocks. Rigel moving rocks. Aram moving rocks. While you're doing this, Mai, as you move through Kithraz's area, you sort of see got a few hallways, got a few rooms. You try to move into one room. You see the hallway on the other side of that room. Then you turn around to another wall to try to move through the wall, and you're in a different hallway. But that hallway is connected in a way that it would be physically impossible if you had gone through that previous wall. And then you realize every time you try to go through a wall with the eye, it's being teleported. Anytime you try to go into one of those rooms that are very obvious rooms, there's like a door, like in the normal doors that you saw at the entrance. Anytime you try to go into one, you end up in another hallway that is like physically impossible to fit. And you feel that the orb has gone like 50 feet that direction. And you're like, oh shit, wait, no. I just came out of a different route. Wait,
So
that's not possible.
what Maya is going to do is, while the orb is teleporting around, searching, she's going to use the feeling of where the orb is, as well as how it's teleporting, to kind of like map out the corridors.
Sure. You begin to sort of triangulate the general design of the interior hallways, which major part of you're able to understand is it's Kithraz's name as a symbol facing in the direction of the center, which you kind of expected because it seemed like that's how he had written out all of the ones. But you're able to find more of the like interior hallways and stuff and where the rooms would connect. But you can also tell that it seems to be forcing you away from specific regions of the territory. So like there's a few rooms that you know should exist somewhere that you just keep getting teleported away from. It's more likely to teleport you inwards than it is to teleport you towards these rooms. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Directionally trying to fuck with you and keep you away from that direction. And then if you guys are just gonna freaking manually move these rocks, then the drone one isn't gonna be very helpful with you. And it's just gonna be like, wow, nice to have some physical bodies around to move stuff. It's gonna take a while, isn't it? It's gonna take a long while. Well, let me regale you in stories of my friends. And he just starts talking about the Archmages again while you guys are trying to dig up the cave-in. And after a few hours...
Allies at the wall, let them in!
Oh! Chunky Mustard with the raid. Hey, yo, thank you for the raid, friendo.
Hello, Raid.
Hope y'all having a wonderful time. Yeah, if you guys are just gonna take the few hours it takes to attempt to uncave in the entrance here, you are able to do so. Paint on it and be like, yo, this is now blue. There you go. As you are able to get past the cave-in and are now able to enter into Kithraz's territory. You're able to see a hallway that looks very familiar in that it looks pretty much the same way the entrance has been designed. However, the hallways are longer. Like, they're like... less defensive in nature. They look more like, oh yeah, this is a thoroughfare hallway. Oh yeah, this hallway very obviously connects to, like, rooms that would make sense. You know, like, it looks more like a regular building's design. Compared to the entrance, which was very, like, defensible looking. And you're able to enter Kithraz's territory. See some doorways.
I want to drink a potion
You're
before we
gonna
go
drink a
too
potion?
far.
You're gonna drink
Yeah, greater.
greater healing potion? Feel free to do it. Remove it from your inventory and roll the fucking things. What's greater again?
Sure.
Roll 4d4.
4d4.
Oh, and then add 4
Wow.
to that. So 14. Wow. Add that for you. HP, Rigel, 14. Hit points looking like. Oh, you still have a bunch of temporary hit points, too. Good lord. Good lord, Rigel. Chunky. Mustard. No, wait, that's the guy who raided me. I mean,
Hey.
you're chunky.
No, you're chunk.
No, your
Who you
mom's chunky.
God.
But you're able to make it into the Kithras territory. And if Mai warns you, you will know that it has some teleporty shenanigans going on in this area, which makes sense, seeing as he's the mover of worlds. He's the teleporter guy. He's the be able to go anywhere type guy. Makes sense that his defenses are built around don't go where I don't want you to fucking go, rather than I'm gonna put a bunch of enemies in your way. What you looking for? Where are you going? You're just gonna explore this territory, see if you can get in any rooms?
Yeah, I'm just looking for stuff.
Sure.
Any kind of like notes or books or weird devices.
Yeah, and at first, as you begin to walk through the halls, you see some doors that look like they should go somewhere, and you're able to open those doors. Some open automatically, others you have to sort of like wedge open. It seems like they're having problems with the automation on their doors, but you are able to get each door open. And when you open each door, they seem to go to a classroom. Except they all seem to go to the same classroom. Same exact classroom. Every time.
Wow.
In that classroom, there are some books. They're written in Old Imperial, so Mai can read it. And you're able to get the gist of bits and pieces of it. Any languages you know. It all seems to be teaching tools for conjuration magic. The magic generally used for teleportation. I believe. Let me double check that. I might be lying. Hang on. Transport.
DM lying? Never.
Lying.
Teleport 5e. Let me make sure that that's what it's registered as. Because I might be fucking dumb. Yep, conjuration. It seems to be about conjuration magic, but in truth, it's more about like the teleportation-based conjuration magic. It's the more moving from one place to another magic. You don't see any direct wizardy symbols or signs. You do see runes, however, similar to the other runes you've seen elsewhere. Sort of these intricate designs that seem to also represent names written in some of these books. Some of them have a faint glow to them, even though they're in a book. One of which is Kithraz's name. However, this is the only classroom you seem to be able to get into, or the only room, or rather the only room that seems to be every room, regardless of where you go down the hallways. In fact, the hallways all seem to be infinitely long, too. You've gone down this same hallway for the past 10 minutes finding new doors, and they're all the same room. And the same hallway. And Mai, you can tell that you're in a different hallway each time, because as you move the eye around, you can see that it's going to different locations. But they are connected in such a way that if you go down a hallway, you are teleported to another hallway, which will then teleport you to another hallway, while it looks like the hallway just continues infinitely in front of you. They're like fake portals, if the portal covered your entire visual range, if that makes sense. Making it seem like the hallways just continue infinitely, when in truth it's connecting to each other hallway. And it's just putting you through different loops. Magic bullshit is happening, and it's hard to tell where you're going. What you guys like to do? Access to one classroom.
I was gonna say at this point, I think Mai would like study the book and see if she could figure something out.
All right. Can you please roll at advantage a... Oh god, is this history or is this arcana? Give me an arcana check, please. Guys, we're getting apertured. Aperture giant. We do what we must because we can. A 15? Okay. Looking through the intact books and booklets that are here, teaching material does seem to include transportation runes that are lit up. They don't do anything when you touch them, but they do represent passage of some kind. Knowing how Imperial magic works, you might be able to use the symbol to go places? What would you like to do?
Well, there's a possibility for us to move where we want to go. Where exactly are we trying to head to?
I thought we were going to the library.
Yeah, but we don't know where there's, if there's a even potential for a portal to the library specifically. So maybe we just try to get into the rooms that they're not letting us into yet.
Sure.
Okay, Mai would like to see if she can like use what she gained to try to maneuver the way into the rooms that they haven't been able to get access to yet.
Sure. So you know the symbol that seems to represent passage and seems to glow slightly, which means that magic seems to be operational. It is currently written in the book. You can try to take the book with you, or if you'd like, you know that those symbols represent power by themselves. You can use another material to, say, write on yourself, or write on an extra piece of paper, or some way to take that word passage with you. It's up to you how you want to do that. But
Probably write on an extra sheet of paper.
okay, you pull out an extra sheet or get one from the work page or whatever, and you're able to sort of write the symbol exactly as you see it. It does begin to slightly glow. And you walk out of the room, back into the hallway. Looking down the hallway, with passage in your hand, you can see that the hallway seems to have a curve that it didn't have before.
Do you guys see that curve?
The rest of you do not. It's a straight hallway.
I see the hallway. That looks the same.
What curve?
Okay. I'm going to. Mai's going to
Flattered.
make more copies for everyone.
All right. A copy of a weird, slightly glowing, very faintly glowing symbol is given to everybody. Upon having it in contact with you in one way or another, whether you're holding the paper or, put it in your pocket or whatever, doesn't matter. As long as it's on your person, looking down the hallway now, you're able to see that there is a curve that you've never seen before. Normally it's either straight ahead or a T-junction, but it looks like there's an oddly curved section now.
Does it curve to the left or the right?
It curves to the left. And also, if you guys start going in that direction, or towards any other doorway, you're able to see there's a different classroom now. In fact, each
Classroom
room
number 2.
is different now. No longer stuck seeing the same exact classroom everywhere you go. Seems like the rooms are now actually rooms. You're able to properly guide yourself around this sector. Mai knows the general shape of the sector thanks to understanding how the Imperial runes work and what the name Kithraz looks like, which means you kind of know where each of the hallways actually are now. You do notice the eye that you have no longer has that issue where it was being teleported through walls. Now that you are currently holding a symbol of passage, as you move your eye into one of the other doorways, it goes into a library. Not very small, just like a short, like a little study, more so than a library, I suppose. That has a sort of standing statue at the center of it. A bunch of books, a bunch of closed off cabinets with different workbooks and paperwork. You move the eye through another doorway. Another room with multiple doors lining its edges, all of different types, different varieties. A door of ash, a door of metal, a door of some sort of white wood. A room filled with doors. And those are the two you get right away. Well, everybody, what are you guys doing? Are you just exploring? Are you guys looking for anything in particular? Because now, when you open doorways, you actually legitimately see new rooms.
I am cutting out.
Anyone?
I'm just kind of following the group as a general.
Yeah, I follow.
Then where's the group being led? Rigel or Mai? Who's leading? And where are you leading?
I
I
ain't
would
no
probably take a
leader.
step forward once the eye found the doors room and start trying to lead the group towards it.
I'll wander off. No, I'm just kidding. I'll follow.
I'll-
So you
I'll-
guys are going that way? All right, I'm going this way.
I'll
Call
drop
me
my
if you
paper
find
of
something.
I'll drop my paper of passage and I'll just start walking again down a random hallway. No, okay.
Start scribbling random things I see in a book to see if something else pops up.
All right, you are
Yes.
able to lead everybody towards the room of doors. Hey everybody, you've entered a room that is filled with many different types of doors. Some elaborate, some basic, some made of pure metal, some made of wood. One you're pretty sure is made of some sort of paper of some kind. It's like paper between slats of wood rather than actual piece of wood like you're used to for doors. There's a bunch of different doors in here. They're all connected to the wall.
Usually where doors are connected.
They're not built into the wall though. They're right in front, like somebody pushed the door up against the wall. Rather than mounting it to the wall, they just pushed
not
it
like
to the wall.
in the wall, but on the wall.
Exactly. They're standing up properly. It's just they look like they're not there's no It looks like there's no door frame, but there are doors, which is a little weird.
I'm gonna try to open one.
Sure,
The papery looking one, because that one's weird.
of course. Yeah, you walk over to the papery looking one and you try to open it. You try to like pull it, and it doesn't pull. And doesn't push either.
Does it slide?
It does. As you slide it to the left,
Oh,
out of the way, you're able to see into a room. Wooden room, with like a wood floor. There's some sort of like mat of some kind off to the side, and there's more of those weird like papery walls on each side, as well as an open set of the same or similar door that you just opened. And outside you see a large tree that is pink and flowery, and you look off into what looks like a mountainous region of somewhere.
Oh, gee. Ooh.
For
Hey
lack
guys,
of a
this one's
better
open.
phrase, yeah, for lack of better phrasing, it looks like you are in a Japanese house. Old Japanese house. Looking out towards a room, and then beyond that room, a sort of courtyard of some kind that is on top of probably a like short cliff or a mountainside or something, and then you can see the rest of the mountains in the distance.
Drone person. What am I looking at? This is neat. Can I go there?
It sort of zooms in front of the door and goes, "Sure, you can go there. I can't. My power will definitely not carry me outside of the complex. Apparently, this facility's slightly turned on," and he sort of like looks up towards the top and goes, "Yeah, why are these doors turned on? Wait, is Kithraz awake?" And he sort of like zooms off for a second. He just zooms away from you guys and up through one of the holes in the ceiling.
Okay,
Get back here,
bye.
Wheatley.
Rude.
He's gone. He vanished real quick. He's just yeah. Outside that door, you see a direct path to a building somewhere in the Moon Empire, which is far east from where you guys are used to. What would you like to do?
Well, this continent seems like it's screwed, so we're just gonna move.
Good. If you're pretty sure you were told that in the Sun Empire something was happening as well, which is like right across the
Yeah.
water from the moon, which is also far east. Effectively, you've been
Right.
told that something happened in China, and you're looking at Japan, which is right off the coast. You know what I mean?
Do I see anyone out there?
No, nobody there. In fact, no motion either. There's a tree in front of you, but there's no rustling to the leaves. Tree's not moving at all. It looks more like a painting almost. Realistic as hell.
Try to poke it with a
Yeah.
sword. Try to like push through the.
Oh yeah,
boundary.
your sword goes right through the boundary. You seem to enter without any issue.
I want to go, but I'm afraid I won't be able to come back.
Who knows? Give it a try.
I'll just stick my head through there. Just like, hello.
All right, you stick your head through, and as your eyes go beyond the sort of threshold of this, everything seems to then animate. You can see that the tree is actually moving in the breeze. You can smell sort of a mountain air. And you can hear swords somewhere down in the courtyard that you can't see into quite from this angle. You'd have to sort of walk to the edge, but you can hear swords clashing.
Ooh, something's going on in there. Hey guys. So that's neat.
Let's go
Wouldn't
check
go
it
there.
out.
It sounds like they're fighting. Something's going on.
I like fighting.
Souls?
Yeah.
Do you want to go into the doorway? It's one of many doors in this room.
It is. I want to see what other doors there are.
There's a lot. There's a door made of ironwood. There's almost noble-looking door. It sort of like has golden filigree across it. There's a pure metal door that has no windows or what. Like it just looks like a solid metal door. There's a lot of doors here. If you can think of a style of door, it probably exists here. And you're fairly certain as you turn around to look at the doors, the room has more directions. Like, there's more degrees to this room than there should be in a room of this size, like, if that makes sense. So as you turn more and more left, there's somehow more turn left, even though you swear you've already turned 360 degrees. Like, it's breaking the rules of space. I was going to keep her eye now. Keep checking unchecked rooms and see if there's anything else that might move. Yeah, so you find the library, you find the study, you find a study, the one with the big old statue in the center. You're able to find quite a few classrooms. You are able to find a similar room to the room you had seen in the entrance. That's like an observation room, but all of the screens are destroyed except for the door one. And one classroom, and it's the first classroom that you guys went to. And you're able to find the easy to pass through door if you want to go to Lyratin's area. You find that there is no cave-in on the red section here. However, that door seems to be like pushed on a like corner somehow, and looks like it's jammed or something. And this door as well, the door at the sort of bottom side of Kithraz back into Akundir's area is also just open. So it seems like the red door from Kithraz to Lyratin is like jammed or otherwise broken, not necessarily a cave-in. The way to get to the center as well, to get to the spire, is just gone. There's just a solid wall where there should be a doorway, and you can tell that the wall is a completely like when the center began moving upwards, it has sheared whatever would have been a door completely off of this hinge and is now just a solid wall that you can see is slowly rising. You can actually watch as the sort of concrete base of the tower is slowly moving up from here. So that's definitely not a fucking doorway. And it's obvious why there's a red thing there. It's because there's no fucking door. And those are the only rooms you can find here. Seems like beyond the doorway, the study, the bunch of classrooms, and the one observation room which is mostly destroyed. How much else in Kithraz's area? So what's everybody else doing in the door area? You gonna go through a door? You gonna open another door? Oh, and as soon as you
Sure.
pull your head back out, Rigel, it does go back to being a painting looking. Like you can tell that
Oh.
it's 3D, but it does look. If your eyes are not past the threshold, it is not animated. What would you like to do? Anybody?
I want to open another door.
Sure. What door would you like to open?
The big solid metal looking one.
Hey, go to try to open that one. It is locked.
Let me in.
As you're trying to like open it. That door does seem to be locked.
Is there a keyhole?
There is.
Can I unlock it with the? Can I try to pick the lock? Does it
Do you-
actually work? Who knows?
Do you have thieves' tools? I don't know if Rigel
I
does.
do.
Rigel does. Okay, and you're proficient in thieves' tools?
Gee.
Okay, then yes. If you can give me a d20 plus your proficiency modifier, which for you guys is something. Holy shit,
Five.
you rolled an 18? Yeah, no, for sure you got it. 20 something? Good lord. Yeah, you're able to pull out your little thieves' tools and clink. And it seems to be unlocked.
Hello.
Hey.
You
I'll
open
open
it? Alrighty. You open the metal door, the solid metal door. Inside, you are able to see what seems to be a prison. There are, once again, this is picture-like, so there's no movement beyond here, but it seems to be fairly dark. Seems like it's probably got that damp feel to it. There are multiple cells down the pathway in front of you, and there's a staircase at the end of it that seems to lead straight up, like a spiral staircase, like you'd see inside of a tower of a castle almost. In fact, roll a history check for me.
Okay.
Check history. Something about this that you remember. Not sure from where.
Hey, Arab or Mai or Cal, do you guys know anything about this weird prison-looking place?
I feel like I wouldn't, but I can look.
Mike comes over to take a look.
Yeah. Cal and Mai, you can make history checks. Aram, you cannot, as you have not been there.
Nah.
Rip.
Hey,
Hey,
Mai.
yo, the minimum. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, Mai. So, for a short time, when you went to go and help somebody out, you were in a dungeon underneath a castle.
Ah,
Yeah, these are the dungeons that are underneath the Tumont Castle.
yeah, this is in Tumont.
The castle that you would know, according to what has currently happened, has turned into a giant abomination. Currently,
The castle
Maybe don't-
itself?
Maybe don't stick your head through that door. Maybe shut
Ooh.
it again.
Hold on.
to it.
It's dark in there.
You yeeted the alchemist fire through the.
I have a longsword. Okay. I'm gonna take out the longsword and just kind of poke it through and see what happens.
Yeah, longsword seems to go through just fine.
Oh, okay.
You pull your longsword back out, and you see there's some sort of like purplish goo on it.
Ew.
That's gross. Ooh. Mm. Hey, Mr. Green Orb.
Mm.
How are you feeling?
Always hungry.
Did you sense anything past this doorway?
Wall? It seems confused by the question.
Just through here. Poked something. Came back like goop.
Hmm. Hungry.
I'm gonna try to feed it the goop.
Sure. Yeah, you target the goop and it seems to eat it just fine. See as it sort of begins to burn away like acid eating at it. As it dissolves the goop that's on the sword.
You know what that was?
Food.
I wasn't sure what you were expecting there, Rigel.
You know, anything. I mean, it's goop from a living thing, so now I
yeah,
know
but
that.
all he ever says is food or hungry.
Yeah, but he could say not food if it was not food.
But I feel like he'd eat anything at this rate.
I don't think he does. He told me his food was living stuff.
Yeah, that's true. So it's living.
Would you eat a wall? Would you eat a door, Mr. Green Orb?
Food? It says quizzically.
See? He's not rejecting the idea.
I need a rock.
A rock.
There was a bunch of rubble you guys were just going through. You could probably just have grabbed a rock from there if you wanted to.
Sure. Here, eat this rock.
Not food.
See? Not food.
So what does he? Well, now he knows that. Now he understands, I guess.
What is rock?
What is rock?
Although his food could be magic source, so if something is inanimate but has a magic source, he could possibly eat it.
I have not tried that. I don't have a magic thing that I would be willing to maybe burn up.
I mean, you have 3 level 2 spells.
Yeah, those are expensive.
Those are indeed, or can be, pretty expensive. What you want to do?
I want to tie. I have a harpoon with a rope. I want to tie the rope onto the orb
Mm-hmm.
and be like, here you go. And swing it through the door.
Sorry, like a fishing rod through the door with the senti.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like a yo-yo, but like, yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's
Totally.
like swing in and then swing out.
Yeah. You swing in the orb on the rope, and the rope comes back out.
Hey,
But not the orb.
not the orb.
Correct.
Oh no!
So if you'd like to remove the green orb sentient object from your inventory, please.
I have to
Oh.
find it. There it is.
Oh no! Rest in peace, orb.
As it is now beyond that doorway. Unless
He's
you want
gonna
to go
be
past
so
it.
fat.
He's gonna be so fat, yeah.
Ba-da-ba.
Hang on while I write down that I have another object I can use against you. In the future.
Rude.
But Rigel fed it.
Did he?
I did a bunch
He
of
gave it
times.
plenty of food. He
Mm.
just sent it to an area with plenty of food.
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean before that too.
Yeah, except in order for it to eat something, it needs to be in contact with the thing telling it to eat something.
Rip.
Good job, Rigel.
I mean, it's fine. It's in
Rest-
contact with something that's living now. It'll probably
It
feed
is.
it plenty.
I want to
Rest-
poke my sword through it again and see what happens.
Hey, put
Try
your
to dig
sword-
out the orb.
you just like put your sword through and just like move it around
Uh-huh.
like a madman through there. Okay.
It's like, wait, come back, come back, come back.
Yeah, you attempt to do that, and as you do, and you pull your sword back, your sword is missing up to the point that it was through the doorway,
No.
as well as you all hear in your mind. That's not where that door leads. As a tentacle of purple wraps out through the door and grabs onto the side. A creature is attempting to come through the doorway. What would you all like to do? You have one action.
Shut that damn door.
I would like to
Oh,
slash the tentacle with my lava steel sword.
Same. I'm going to do the same with my scythe.
All right,
Uh,
everybody who wants to take an action to do something that is an action you can normally do, please do that meta'd. So if you would like to take an attack with your scythe, just do the attack with your scythe with no target. Rigel, same thing with your sword. Mai, if you'd like to do an attack, you
Yeah.
can. If you'd like to just try to push the door closed, make a
Yeah, no.
strength check, please.
I'll do that, but with like a
Ooh.
psionic hand or whatever. So
Sure.
is that also a strength check?
That would be an intelligence check for you. Is your
Could Sid
tele-
help my...
Yeah,
Rip.
Sid can help. To be fair, Sid has a lot of strength. Sid might as well just also fucking ram his head into it.
think it's dancing.
I think he has a higher bonus. Oh, that was Tally. Whoops.
Hey!
Yay!
Let's go, Tally.
Get out of here, Tally. Whoop, that's not...
It's funny seeing the DM type it wrong.
I rolled a... What did I roll? A 12? No, I rolled a... Fuck, I deleted it
I
too
think it was
quick.
11.
Oh yeah, I rolled an 11. An 11 plus 5, that's a 16 strength check from... Okay. And then there was an attack from Aram, an 11 against the tentacle. Which ones are these? These ones are the interior fighting tentacle, which is the one that has less AC. So yes, okay. So Aram, you do hit as you cleave into it with some radiant
Aw.
damage. Rigel as well, you hit 14 as a burst of fire and lightning shatters across the edge. Actually, just fire. I don't think the lightning counts anymore
Yeah.
because you guys have been
No, the
exploring for
lightning
a
would
while.
be gone by now. Yeah.
So 8, 9,
So
10,
minus
12,
11
13,
would be 14.
14 damage. Okay. 14 arcane fire damage, which is full damage. And then if we mix that in with the fact that 3 people with a total of 4 8, 9, 10, 11, 21 plus that. Okay. Yeah, so as you all are like, oh shit, and just immediately go and attack this tentacle, mixed with Sid slamming into the door over the top of Mai, who's like trying to push it. Just all suddenly, Mai, you just see a giant dragon head just go shablam right next to you, and the psionic force to sort of like get it to close the rest of the way. It does indeed close, and the tentacle sort of breaks off and
Now-
begins to, like a squid or like an octopus's tentacle that's been cut off, just go and start attempting to move. But it seems
Now,
to be
also,
having
just in
issues.
case, backwards, Mai's gonna do a reverse lock with the thieves' tools.
I was gonna say my locket.
Yeah, locking it is easy enough from this position for you. Yeah, there's a giant tentacle in the room with you guys now that's just sort of thrashing around for a moment. Aram wants to stomp it. Oh, yeah, I should clarify. When
I
I
want to
say
stab it.
yeah, when I say a tentacle came through, the tentacle is about as thick as the torso of a human. It's a very large tentacle, and it reaches out about 10 feet. So it's huge.
Still stomps.
Yeah. As you everybody lays into it one last time to sort of get it to stop moving, it will eventually stop. Much like an octopus's like automatic response to being cut, it is dead. It's just reacting to the fact that it's been cut. All of its muscles are, contracting and going, and it does slow down and it does stop. As this large purple tentacle is just chilling in the room with you all.
Ew.
If you'd like to make a nature check, you can. I would tell you if you could eat it or not. You, yes. Deep fried
Yeah.
psionic calamari.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rigel. I mean, it's like an octopus, right? Surely it's edible.
Right? That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe you should ask the psionic in the room.
Would I even know?
I think your nature skill's probably higher than everybody else's, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. I'll check.
Check nature.
Your bonus was what I rolled.
Hey.
As a creature, yes, it is edible. As a psionic creature, it would not be a great idea to do so.
Yeah, I mean you could, bro, but like you shouldn't though.
But why?
It's not a good idea.
I'm
It
gonna
will
keep
probably,
it
yeah, it'll probably mess with your mind and or change you in some way, shape, or form, like most Far Realm things do.
Oh, again, another one.
I was gonna say, like that drink from Kaliana's realm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Aliana
monster
took it.
part. I wanna keep it in my.
Sure, you will have to cut it into some pieces so that it can fit through the opening
Sure,
of
yeah.
the bag of holding. But you are able to dice up this tentacle of a massive castle-sized abomination creature, and put it into your bag. And that door is now closed and locked again. At which point, Vandal comes back. The orb flies back down and goes, okay. So, Ithraz is not awake, but most of his facility is turning on. Somehow. Which means it has an external power source. Which is good news and bad news.
Why?
Good news is that means the facility's on. Bad news means Kithras can't control it. Good news means you can teleport wherever you want. Bad news means anybody outside can teleport into here if they want.
Oh.
Assuming they use one of the preset doorways, of course. Which, as he like turns while you're still shoving the tentacle into your bag, you seem to have noticed.
Yes.
Well, if you all would like to escape now for some reason, other than going out through the front entrance, you have a plethora of choices, as he just looks between all the different doors.
Do you know where these go? Do you know where all of them go? Or are you just... Do we just pick one and go?
Oh, yeah, they all have symbols to where they go. Here. And he sort of flies up above one of the doors, and using his force beam, just goes whoop across the top as it sort of like uncovers a plaque above it that is written in Old Imperial, and it says, "A thing." The door that had the tentacle, however, says Fort Southwind? That was definitely Tumont Castle. Historically, you'd know that Tumont was pretty far south for the Empire. So it was probably originally a fort of the Empire, and it's just got changed over time. It seems like these are all the old names of those locations, which means it's not going to be as helpful for you because you don't know the histories.
Would Maya have known the history though?
Nope.
Which is why
No.
we need to get to the library.
Yeah, you'd vaguely know certain regions. Above the like eastern door, the one that goes to the Moon Empire, that one says Moon Empire because the Moon Empire was a thing back then. But it's labeled Moon Empire, and I believe it's the Kalon sect is what it's labeled as, which is spelled like this. Yes, that is the Kalon sect door. Now, whether or not it's still the Kalon sect as it's listed, who fucking knows? And there's quite a few other doors there. There's one labeled
Oh,
Savannah,
not.
which is a kingdom you know of, which is the Ironwood door, which makes sense, seeing as they're the exporter of ironwood and have been for centuries. The elaborate door is labeled as East Francia. Which is what the territory that Paris sits in used to be called before it was reunited. There's a bunch of weird names, but like some of them are understandable. But then there's a lot of names that are like, I don't know what the fuck this is. Because there's just a lot of doors here. Yeah, the Bujada Marshlands, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What would you guys like to do? You have opened 2 doors, messed with one of them, and a thing came back through. As well as you've been informed that Kithraz is not awake, but apparently a lot of the systems in his sector are currently turned on. Which is weird, because apparently they weren't turned on previously.
Are there
So,
any that say to have his symbol on it?
Kithraz's symbol?
Yes.
There is not.
Oh.
There is, however, one that has the Emperor's name above it. An elaborate gray door. I know that saying elaborate and gray is weird. It's gray, but then has like a bunch of etchings and stuff all over it. Highly detailed gray stone
Millennial
door.
gray.
That's what I was
Yeah.
millennial gray. Yes.
It's royal gray, thank you.
Wow.
Millennial
Yeah. For boomer gray? No. So
gray.
that is the only name from the Archmages and or the Empire that exists on any of the doors. There's one that has
I
the
want to go
Emperor's name
to that
above it.
one.
Okay. Door does not have a handle.
God. What if we try to open this one?
Just a push.
I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna slide it. I'm gonna try to move it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock on it.
Of course.
I'm gonna tell it to open.
Says
You-
me.
You don't have to do any of that, as soon as you put one hand on the door to do anything to it, it seems to light up.
Whoa.
And it opens.
Yes.
Inside, you see a massive room. Huge, arching, like vaulted ceilings with large pillars. And at the end, a throne. Sitting upon it, a skeleton. You haven't gone through the door, so it looks like a picture right now.
A talkable skeleton?
You don't know. You'd have to go through the doorway. As of right now, it looks like a picture. Nothing seems to move when you open these doors until you go past the doorways. They're like paintings that you have to step into before motion occurs, or before you can see what's really on the other side, as you've learned with the Castle of Tumont, which definitely was not just a prison on the other side of that doorway. But you see a throne room in front of you. Skeleton sitting upon the throne.
Hey guys. Who wants to go look?
I don't know, that's pretty sus.
Hey Mike, where's your guy?
My guy?
Yeah, your guy. Your thing. For looking at things.
Oh, it's around the rooms.
Can you send it through here?
I could try.
Do you wish to?
I will try, yes.
Right. You bring the eye back to the room, either through resummoning it or just pulling it over. And you put the eye through this picture, this image. The eye does get teleported, and you immediately lose contact with it.
Oh, it's very far away.
Probably too far. Or it has protections.
You can tell that it's still up. You just can't communicate with it in any way. For about 30 seconds. And then you can tell it got destroyed.
It has protections in whatever room that is. Probably against scrying.
I want to look.
Okay.
But I also don't.
Rigel, like, like slowly, like, I want to put my head through. I don't want to put. I don't want to put my head. I don't want to put my head through.
I have a gift. I have a gift. Where is it?
Aaron just kicks him through. There we go. There's our. Here's our explorer, whether he wants to be or not. Yeah, my Snoo.
Okay, I'll look through it.
Wonderful. You put your head through the doorway. Inside is darkness. Very dark compared to the picture. None of the lights that were on the sort of pillars are lit up. You could tell that from the picture there should have been sort of the same gray lights that run through things, like through some of these pillars in certain portions. But those are just off. Can't see beyond about 30 or so feet. In fact, that's how far your true sight goes, right? 30 feet?
Yep,
that what it
30.
was? There you go. So you can see exactly 30 feet out in front of you, which is not very much for how large the room is. It is very, very pitch black in here, as there is no external lighting sources at all. Can't see to the throne. You can't see to the sides of the room. You can only see a little tiny sphere around you, basically, when you put your head through. What would you like to do?
Gonna say, hey guys. Say, hey guys, it's dark. Hello. Hello.
You just are you saying hello out into the room?
Yeah. I'll say, hey guys, it's dark in here. Hoping the earpiece still works. And I'll just be like, hello, into the room.
All right. As you say hello into the room, nothing the first time. It sort of echoes, though. Like, you can tell that the chamber is indeed as large as it looked like in the picture, because you hear it echo, 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 echo across into the darkness. Then you say hello again, and it goes echo, 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 and then you hear hello back. Echo, echo, echo. Definitely not your voice.
Oh. Was it Obi-Wan?
Who am I speaking with?
Who am I speaking with? Who am I speaking? Who am I speaking? Like, echo, echo. Yourself, apparently. Doesn't sound feminine, and it doesn't sound masculine. Why have you come here?
To investigate.
Grave robbers, perhaps?
This is a grave?
Very much so.
My apologies.
Fine. We haven't had guests in a very long time.
Who is we?
All, and as it goes, all of us, you hear all, and then like 50 voices across the hall go, us. Then it goes back to one voice. There's a lot of us in here. You just gonna
Turn
poke
some
your
lights on?
head through, or
I don't know, cause like I don't know if I can come back once I go through. I haven't really done this before.
Which door did you use to get here? I'm sure I can explain it. And remember, everybody else, you can hear nothing. Rigel's head has sort of become one with a painting, and he's just kind of like stuck there and is very obviously doing something. Even when he tried to contact you guys before using the earring, it is way out of range when he tried to do that.
I'm just poking him in his butt. Like, I don't know what to do.
I'll wave.
Okay. Not like
which-
that.
It's the door. This door. I don't know how to describe it. It was a gray door. And it had some writing on it.
Perhaps I should elaborate then. You're obviously using magic, as I can only see the head of you currently. So, is it Kithraz's door? Or is it one of the others? One of his acolytes who thought grave robbing later would be a good idea.
I'm assuming it's just Kithras's door.
Wonderful. Then to answer your question, you can go back through that door. Assuming it stays opened on that other side. Whoever's here with you, if they close it behind you, well, you won't be able to go back unless they reopen it. Does that alleviate your worries about stepping through?
Some. I also know, I don't know where I'm stepping into. It's very dark in here.
Oh. Apologies. We don't have... power anymore. We don't have... well, a lot of things. I can try to make some light for you if you promise not to be too scared.
I will do my best.
All right. At which point, you're pretty sure you had heard about 50 or so voices at least mixed in when they had said us before. And that was probably a really low estimate, as a few hundred gray flames light up in the chests of skeletons standing at attention around the hall. as it lights up all the way up to the throne. A skeleton sitting upon the throne with no flame inside of it, and a woman standing next to it. Definitely not a skeleton. At which point the voice becomes feminine. Well, the hall is lit. As I have said, it is a grave. You can tell. And all the skeletons' heads, like, look at each, like, swivel around. They're not looking at you, but they're sort of, like, looking at each other for a moment. And then they stand at attention again.
That is a grave.
It is. And you did just disturb us, which is kind of rude, so... Normally...
It is.
Either you're grave robbers that we kill, or you say your name and why you're here, give some politeness. Something?
Well, you know, I saw the door. I didn't know it was a grave. I
Mhm.
wanted to see why there was just a skeleton sitting there.
Ah, yes. And the woman looks down at the skeleton on the throne and goes, "This is the Empress, of course. When she died, the Emperor had her entombed with all of her servants."
And who are you? Who am I speaking with?
I am her most trusted aide. I am, and you hear once again in all of the voices, all of the servants here. Now it's best we don't wake her up. So, the woman disappears and appears closer to you within your true sight range. And within true sight range, you can see that she is indeed also a skeleton.
Ah.
The female form is just an illusion. But you see a skeleton with, once again, that sort of gray flame in the center of its heart as it walks up towards you right next to the doorway and goes, "So, you're not a grave robber. What's your name?"
My name's Rigel. I don't want to step in, not to be rude. I don't know which one would be more rude, you know. Standing in a grave is kind of extremely rude, so
Oh, yes.
My
Mostly 'cause
apologies.
it's been sealed. And she, like, looks past you, which you recognize that she can't see into the room that everybody else is in. And everybody else, you still just see a painting that just has the throne, so, like, you can't see this lady at all either. She looks past and goes, "The doorway and most directions to get down here have been sealed off for a long time. However, you did just open a nice doorway for us. So, how's about you leave that door open?" Takes another step
Well-
towards you.
It's not up to me. Hold on. I'll be back.
Mhm.
Ooh. Yeah. One moment, please.
Mhm.
I'm gonna shut that door as soon as I go through it.
All right. You, as soon as your head goes back through and you're like, "Okay, we close," and you grab the door to close it, a skeletal arm goes at the back of it and pushes back on it.
Help,
Everybody.
help.
You see a skeletal
Smack?
arm pushing this.
Smack.
You're gonna attempt to
Smack?
smack through the doorway that's being closed? You can try.
Smack. Smack.
Alright, everybody gets one action just like last time something tried to come through the door. What would you all like to do? If you'd like to make an attack, feel free to do so meta'd, and I'll just add whatever it is.
Smack.
If anybody wants to try to close the door or help it close the door, you can just do a strength check.
I'll do that again.
I want Sid to help me close it.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna
Okay.
do my thing
Mine's-
again.
Confused at what's going on, and it's gonna just stand there.
Oh.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so she needs to... 27 does hit, the radiant damage does nothing to her, and the slashing damage does half, so... 5, 6... 5 damage from Aram's slash. And then these checks, I need to check her strength, and then hopefully she can keep the door open for a second so that the other skeletons can help her. Let's see. Come on, strength check. Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna be enough.
Oh.
Ah,
Yeah, so you guys do get the door closed. One, Aram, you notice that when you attack this creature, the sort of gray flame that was like creeping across its arm upwards immediately moves to block your attack. And you can see your slashing damage did something, but your radiant damage just gets absorbed entirely. As the door gets closed, but you still feel force being pushed back against you as the rest of the skeletons begin to cram onto the door as quickly as they can. What would you guys like to do? You're holding the door shut, but it seems like there's a force attempting to push it open. And the door is still lit up and very much openable.
Gonna lock it.
Yeah, I was gonna say lock.
I mean, last time when I wanted it to open, it just opened. Now I want it to lock.
Sure. You're like, while you're pushing it closed, you're like lock, 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 lock. Nothing seems to happen.
Hey, orb, sentry guy. Can you, how do we, is there a way to lock this? How do we lock this? Or
He
turn it
like,
off?
goes, I have no idea. The systems are all turned on for the sector. We could try to turn it off before they. At which point, I want to do one more roll just to check. There we go. As he says that, the door begins to be pushed against you as it opens. Skeletal fingers on all sides of the door, including the top somehow, which is very high up and would be a skeleton that's like a minimum of 6 feet tall reaching up to grab onto those, as the door has skeletal fingers all around it and is pushed open. And that's where we'll end for tonight, as a door to the grave of the Empress is being forced back open. And there may be a bit of a fight coming up next time.
Oh no.
I want to say thank you everybody over on my stream. I appreciate you all. I hope you had a good time. I know there's some lull in moments, but it is like a weird situation everybody is in this particular case. Trying to figure out how the fuck to figure out whatever they want to do with the facility. So yeah, we'll start back up from the servants of the Empress breaking through into Kithraz's domain. And it should be interesting. Tomorrow I will be streaming possibly early. If not, I'm just doing something else. But later, we'll be doing Multiplayer Monday, which I assume is still Marvel Rivals, question mark? Maybe, possibly. I got the "and," which means probably. And then Tuesday, probably just some more games with Blargs and Knee Thief. Thank you for the hydrate. So let's raid out to somebody so I don't freaking forget. Oh shit! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Quack! Quack. I'm getting attacked. Oh my god! I'm being attacked. What the frick? Frickety frick! Oh god! Oh god! I've been shot. Oh god! Why? Oh god! Why? Oh why? Why would you do? Why would you do this to me? Oops, that didn't work. No, that's not a valid username. Yeah, because I copied this. Why did it not copy this? Hello? Hello? Oh god, please don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Do it. Get him, Potato.
Don't freaking do it.
Oh.
I'll raid out before you can. I'm
Get
gonna
him,
raid out before
Potato.
you can. Don't fucking do it. Don't do it.
Get him.
No!
Yeah.
Hey.
Rude. Killed by my own friends. Oh god, in the drowned blood. So we're gonna go raid Zia because Zia's playing some Legend of Zelda, I think. Yeah. No other news. We all had a wonderful time. If I don't see you tomorrow, I hope to see you again soon. Bye, stream.
Bye, Shay.
My shame.
Goodbye. Goodbye now. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Goodbye. Goodbye now.